있습니다.
네.
자, 양 팀의 전력 분석과 또 키플레이 분석까지 함께 해봤습니다. 양 팀의 대결 승부 예측 해봐야겠죠? 메라님 어떻게
Expectation
예상하시나요?
for today's series?
Reveal an overall 5th pick for Nogari. So what's the plan? To start with blue, to get a priority, and to not leave over some of those picks. Because when you talk about Nogari champions, you can't ban all of them. There's some that are more conspicuous, the Rise, the Vlad, those are ones we've talked about. He is an unbelievable Chase player. Silas will usually go to Dumble's answer, and they'll go Corky anyway. It's not going to be the Lissandra matchup that we've seen almost exclusively in for a long time. Going to try to farm it out, and you look at Silas ults to steal. There's the Cataclysm, and the rest not so great.
Yeah, I mean, you can throw a culling out. That doesn't seem too bad. And actually, the scaling on the Glade here in game number 1, playoffs, round 1, Kingzone versus Dam1 Gaming. Let's get into it.
Wants to punish Pawn, and this would be a very heads-up trade as Showmaker will have to back away. The theory behind this is the way you get through this lane as Pawn is that you dive in with your E.
Over yet. Deft trying to keep the slow here onto Barrel. Does get the frost shot to come in. Nuclear's in trouble. The ignite goes down. There's the flash. The fadeaway jump shot takes the lantern. And that's first blood in the 2v2.
Damn, the top difference, it's bot difference is deciding this particular laning phase. We've been watching his LPL, is all we know from that one. Come on, mate. I know it's not at the same time. Watch the bots once in a while. But top lane, speaking of odds.
Yeah, oh, gonna catch in there as Cuz does jump his way forward. This is a dangerous gank, though, as Nogari is looking to turn it around. But Bella's breath, the brittle, nice boop there. As there's the shock blast, but that was a cancelled teleport in the mid lane. Pawn just denied Showmaker, but can Showmaker actually find these autos? There's the Valkyrie, gets the Kingslayer. Pawn picks up the Lantern, and Tucson gets rid of the Cork.
Tucson's roaming timing there was really in the wild. The Nogari's got all those turret plates, and now they've got Rascal's flash.
Yeah, flash out there from Rascal as he has to get away from that potential dive from Canyon. Nogari's still throwing
so Cuz really does nothing. This is a replay of what happened. Like we mentioned, was the interrupt on the teleport that stopped him from joining. That also means his entire health bar is gone and his flash. And we skip over the flash that was drawn onto the Corky, but we go to the bot lane and watch the end of this play. The stun comes in, and yep, stunned, no lantern access, a death onto Asher. This is a lot of things happening.
Well, now Rascal's going to break his way through the Cataclysm, something you can't do. Speaking of 50-50s, Cuz is looking for this. Paranoia is going to be available, but it's not taken. Vaughn is throwing around some missiles, but the package is used from Showmaker just to disengage. And evening out as that was happening, it was an opportunity to get that team fight as now Paranoia comes down on the bottom side. Pawn taking so much damage. The arrow is going to land. Nogari's going to be the first to go down. Kingslayer keeps Pawn alive. And that is the gank that we wanted out of Cuz.
And this is a boxing match. There's a counter jab coming through from Kingzone. This is answering objective. And speaking of counterplay.
Yeah, we're looking to do it again. Canyon is going to make his way down, but everyone from Kingzone is going to be here. Pawn even teleporting in as Showmaker. You can't cancel those anymore, and he wishes he could as Canyon is going to get slowed down. Goes into stopwatch as the arrow lands onto Showmaker. Thought it was aiming for Canyon, and now Dam1 here to try and turn it around. Pawn's found Showmaker in the backline, and it's all going to hell in a handbasket for Dam1 Gaming, front to back, and Kingzone smashed them.
Front to back, Kingzone Dragon X, the super best friends. They're always 5-man group. There's no man left behind. And that just means that Dam1 Gaming go further and further into their demise.
Yeah, and they're doubling down on mistakes, Popper. It's exactly not what you want to see. Nogari gets caught, and then everyone tries to clean up the mess. That is not how it works against this team fighting composition that Kingzone have for themselves.
And it's exactly how we outlined the way it should go. Kingzone just found their small lead, but guess what? With cooldown reduction, we can do it all again. The next time we're out of replay, they dive in, and Dam1, they're just too far out of position. They're trying to play 3 lanes against the 1-lane team, and down this lane they go. And it doesn't matter if Dam1 Gaming come in late. They're just coming in late to go into the death chain.
Precisely. You can see that it was a honest effort as they all try and get that re-engage working, but the Ornn's unkillable, and Deft was untouched in the back line for almost the entire fight. Triple kill for him as they walk away 5-0.
The moment you lock in 3 marksmen, a frontline tank, and appealing support, and Ash can also hard engage. The answer is probably increasingly you don't.
Well, hook is going to land here. It does land onto Nogari as well as we're looking for the re-engage. Cataclysm comes down from Canyon, but now the Ornhorn has sounded. The double knock-up comes forward. Beryl keeps himself alive. Canyon's already dead. Nogari running for the hills, though, and they're too sticky. This Kingzone comp will just stay on you forever.
And Showmaker doesn't do damage yet with 22 minutes in.
Yeah, it's a really cute abscond to come out from Pawn, but Showmaker has nowhere to go. And this should just be Baron and should be Kingzone walking towards a pretty comfortable victory here in game number 1.
And you see increasingly why the Corki last pick was bold. It wasn't for the lane matchup, did well on the lane, but it wasn't the Lysandra answer that no one else has. And it's a scaling champion while they need to play early game. And if Jace could do it alone, it'd be enough. But too much engaged, Jace shut down twice, and this will be Baron, Kingzone Dragon X.
Yep, some pretty good fishermen right there as we saw the death sentence land onto the Baron, but it's uncontested in Kingzone. Do pick that one up very easily. Let's see how this goes again. Arrow lands after the hook, and it's onto Nogari, so already chunked out of this fight.
From there, Ornhorn comes down. Showmaker can't hit the same target that the other ranged carries do, and unfortunately, it's every man for himself too early. Jarvan dead, Lucian dead. Jarvan will always die first in the fights because otherwise Jarvan's watching, right? The only way you can do anything is to EQ in, and that means that after the free hit, Showmaker played this as well as you can.
Still Spellbook, and they all group up on the bottom side of the map. Looks like this inner turret is going to be next one to go down, and they've got a lot of invested gold on the top side when it comes to the turrets because that outer is still very much alive.
And the AD wave clearers are squishy, so you can just use the horn to zone away Jace, Corki, Lucian, at least 2 out of 3, and then take a turret. You know, it might as well be an old AP Gragas cask. It'll do that job.
Feels like a better Weaver's Wall, right?
So they got the Baron buff. That means that the Ornhorn doesn't have to use it liberally, but they can even recreate this using the Ornn ultimates after the Baron buff wears off.
Well, Kingzone are going to push another wave into this turret. 4 members of Damwon here as Nogari's going to move over as well. Arrow is going to go wide as there's the ultimate. Comes out from Pawn, the Glacial Fissure that he hijacked earlier. Did a fair bit of damage there.
Brands on the side of Kingzone. Unfortunately, Damwon have to go off-brand. They don't have enough gold. They can't contest. If here's that ultimate, Braum will be able to stop the full effect.
Yeah, but is he going to be able to stop this as Canyon just gets obliterated? Pawn abducts his way back forward, and that's a double kill coming in for Deft. Is it going to be the triple? No, the Ornn is going to pick that one up. Deft was tanking the turret, which is why he took so much damage. Doesn't have to get too far to get out of the way of the shock blast, but now base is broken. And Kingzone are just going to start tearing it apart.
The only reason it's not everyone broken is, like you mentioned, Deft had turret aggros and couldn't actually focus on damage. He's TPing back in. They've got teleports. They've got everything. So Dragon X, can they find the victory right now?
Yeah, he's got a few more items as well, as now we're just looking for Nexus turrets. They're not going to waste time with that top lane as Nogari's going to dive his way forward to the skies is probably the wrong meaning here for Damwon's top laner, because this has not been that hard carry performance that we've become so used to.
So much of this game and this loss about
okay.
Here's the re-engage.
Yeah, Nogari's going to come in, play. He's going to go wide, but Deft is finally going to find his way forward. One auto attack, and that's going to finish him off. Damwon is still going to go for this one as Nuclear and Beryl come in. Low health bar on Tucson, but he's controlling so well, and Deft just tears them all apart. Nuclear is going to survive, but it's a triple kill instantly. And this should be the end of the game for Kingzone.
They're just chasing the loss. They know that it's all lost here. They're trying to find the one time where they might have a health bar advantage. Not enough, but Canyon, goodbye.
Yep, Pawn just boops him to death. The Silas is finally going to work here. Kingzone wonder why no other teams can win with it. Pawn's 2-0 right now. Feeling pretty comfy. Nexus is going to go down in game 1. Goes to Kingzone in this best of 5. And the gauntlet has been thrown. Rascal survives the lane as the Ornn. Nogari couldn't do enough.
Neutralize Nogari, profit. That was the entire thing that was going to be scientifically evaluated in game number 1. And we mentioned that it felt like even bigger a win than just one game of a best of 5. Because they've shown that now they can contend with this strategy. And what I hope that Damwon take away is not, okay, Canyon died